A pleasant good morning, Footage Live Television. Today we are privileged to be in the blessed company of G District Number 1, am I correct? Representative Alexander Poure. Today we will be spotlighting his activities and contribution to humanity. I'm Kevin Tika, anchoring this edition. A pleasant good morning, and welcome to our platform.
Thank you, Mr. Tika.
For the sake of our audience, can you better introduce yourself?
Well, my name is Honorable Alexander Poure. A proud son of River G County, specifically Tiempo Statutory District. And I represent the prestigious people of Electoral District Number 1, River G County.
Can you take us where you started your primary education?
Well, I started my primary education in the 90s, in the late 90s in Firestone. Yeah, I started in Firestone with the Dorosdown Community School. Okay, and from there the war broke out. I left. I came to Maserado by 1991. I went to the SDA High School. From the SDA High School, I went to the G. Debbie Gibson. From G. Debbie Gibson, I went to the Richie M. Nixon right here on the bypass. From there, then I went to Peaceville, where I attended the Messiah Baptist. From the Messiah Baptist, and then I went back to Firestone, 1996. I enrolled at the Firestone school system, but I graduated from the 9th grade, and I went to the Abel Multilateral High School. Okay, and I graduated in 1999-2000 academic year.
Can you remember a day vividly where you had a challenge of saying, wow, this is too much for me, and I think I need to let it go? Can you remember a day where you feel that you know want to fall?
Challenges in education.
Yeah.
Oh, many days I experienced so much challenges. You know, the family we're from is so poor. My uncle too that I was living with, when he went in the interior and brought me, he himself had just graduated from BWI, and his own brother to his senior brother was one of the managers, so the brother just tried to make way for him, so he himself was now well paid. So to pay my school fees too was not that easy. Yeah, there were many times where there was something, if I had something called tar under the rubber bush, I used to go brush under the rubber bush. Sometimes I break wood, I bring it, I sell it. Sometimes I go brush 2-3 tires, sometimes for $20, $30, just to pay my school fees. Yeah, it was not really easy, but we have to maneuver, we have to struggle. And I went through a lot of struggle.
Okay. Now you let me start here with what gave you the urge, what encouraged you to join into politics?
When I was in school, I was always a student advocate. And and I started my student advocacy from down the lines. I had a president in my class, a secretary, a vice president in a school, and just somebody in the school information minister to stay for my fellow students and speak. And all of those things we started practicing. And so it was just a part of me. Yeah, that leadership tendency. Yeah, it's something I was born with.
Let's look at some of the challenges. River G County is one of the remote counties in our country. What are some of the challenges you think that facing that the people in the country are really faced with?
The challenges are enormous. They are complex. They are uncountable. Like Liberia herself, the problems. I don't know which one I would consider a major priority because we have the issue of poor sanitation. As we speak, people still go in the bush as restroom. People still go to the water side, to the creek, sometimes about 10 minutes, 15 minutes walk for drinking water. Whereas the water that is running, you are fetching as drinking water. People, at the upper part using it for that restroom, the cross take on tap it. So the issue of hygiene and sanitation, is a very serious problem. The next problem is the issue of education. The area is remote, so a lot of teachers don't want to go there. The issue of health. A lot of trained nurses and doctors don't also want to go there because when they go there, it means their little salary that they are earning will be divided into two. This time around, you have to support two homes. So all of these things are challenges. For a good 4 to 5 years now, our students fail miserably and massively in the national exams due to the lack of competent and qualified teachers. The issue of feeder roads connectivity is also another major challenge confronting our people. So the challenges are numerous. They are enormous. You can check them.
So what are you doing? What are some of the interactions you're making with your partners to at least remedy some of those problems?
I have actually, before I became a representative, or before I ascended to the position, I started intervening in some of these problems. Like I got a few pieces of equipment that are currently in a district. I started opening roads and building bridges. So I'm not building concrete bridges, but at least I'm building log bridges and opening roads. Some of those towns where since the world was created, the people been living there, there has been no car road. At least I carry car road there, and the machine is still there. Right now the machines are still there, and we worked the whole lot last year, the dry season, and this year right now as we speak, I've just sent about 2,000 gallons of fuel in the district with the help of the machine. It's already on ground. I want to hire another machine, which is a motor grader, to help with the issue of road connectivity. With the issue of teachers, I have tried. I hire about 5 teachers in the area of sciences, and I send them to the county. I'm paying them from my own pocket every month, waiting for government to put them on government payroll. And these are things I'm doing.
Have you engaged the Ministry of Education to help you with some teachers?
They are trying their best to put those guys that I carry in the district on payroll, but it takes time to get on government payroll. It's not a one-day thing. It's a process. So the process is ongoing. The minister and myself and his deputies, we are in close communication. We are talking. Yeah.
Per Liberian standard, you are fairly a young man, and the perception that the older generation, that the Liberian youth are not prepared to invention for the coming future, and they are not preparing. Do you hold such perception, or do you think that the new generation is grabbing to a new picture of Liberia?
Except Liberians get rid of that perception, the young people will not get serious, and the young people will equally be denied the opportunity to serve. Because where one in Liberia here who is in his 30s, in his 40s, still being classified as a young man, of course, that which, of course, I feel, if other young people, I feel they should be given more chance or opportunity, and I feel that the young people are pragmatic, they are illustrious, they can deliver, and so they should be given the chance to serve.
Okay, let's look at that. Let me take you back to the education sector. Back in 2013, our then President branded the sector as messy. We're going a little close to 6 years now since that statement was made. And how do you look at our sector now? Do you think there are some effort being made to improve? Are you looking at the sector to impact Are we on par with other African countries?
I don't think so. With my observation, I don't think the education system in Liberia is improving. We are deteriorating, or we are still on the same level. Yeah.
Why you say so?
I don't think so. Well, for example, we see when our students go for wire, we see how miserably they feel. You understand? And we see a lot of our students here. You know, most of them they are not really serious. Even I don't know, but those things that I needed in a school, they are not even there. Go, for example, visit those universities, see the learning condition, see how lessons are being taught. So there is more that's needed to be done, even besides Monrovia. The basis of education, the foundation, is the kindergarten, the elementary level. You understand? But besides Monrovia County, go in the rural areas, see teachers that are teaching the kids. You understand? Some of them, they are not even up to the task. You understand?
So you think they need a holistic review of the center?
Of course, Monrovia alone, even if you have competent qualified teachers in Monrovia for the kids, first of all, those are in the interior, those are in the rural areas. Some of the places the teachers go on the farm, they use students to go on the farm to brush for them. They speak dialect to the students, Yeah. So I, for example, when I went to River County, I couldn't leave my kids in Monrovia, carrying them there. For a short time, they stayed there, they deteriorated gradually, very drastically. When I brought them to Monrovia, I have to have about 2 tutorial classes for them, one on the campus and one at home before they could catch up. You understand? So the education system in Liberia really needs to be worked on. Yeah. Okay,
let's look at you being a businessman. I tend to be corrected. Let's look at agriculture sector. You may not be, I do not know the type of business you do, but let's take a quick look at the agriculture sector. One may say the agri sector of every nation is where it's a bare fruit of that country growth. How do you look at our agri sector?
Quite correct. Quite correct. I continue to say 3 things in my own view that government needs to tackle. Number 1, to improve the economy, we have to impact on agriculture, like the late Turbo and the late Do were doing. You understand? At least we should be independent when it comes to feeding ourselves, self-reliant in food production. We should be able to feed ourselves. The soil in this country don't even need or does not need fertilizer. It's fertile already, and so it just needs the government to invest more in agriculture. It will create more jobs. You understand? So the only way the agriculture, the economy of this country is going to improve until the government embark on agriculture. You understand? And begin, to feed ourselves. By that, jobs will be created. A lot of young people will be opportune to work. By that, many people, the economy will boom because because if you are not working, how do you pay your taxes? You understand? So if you give me your job, I'm working, you have the opportunity without even me agreeing. I don't necessarily have to agree, but in as much as you have dominion over my salary, you can cut the necessary tax. You have to collect. So agriculture is very important, and I'm appealing to the government to give agriculture a very